Nice quick council meeting. I love that. Keep it for a consolidated council meeting. What do you have? Anything particularly exciting on the agenda?
You want to talk to us about what you thought about the fire department's findings that were released September 1st? And then also, after that,
there are 3 levels of investigation going on of the so-called Southwest Freeway hotel fire. Our internal investigation, a state fire marshal's investigation, and a NIOSH federal investigation. They've been going on simultaneously. What was presented this week was our internal after action report with a series of recommendations on how we can improve response. We do that after every significant incident. Obviously, this was a more extreme incident. It's about continuous improvement in the fire department. We look forward to receiving the other 2 reports, although I think those looking for some kind of I was going to say smoking gun, but that is not the right phrase to use. Something to exactly pinpoint the cause of the fire, probably going to be disappointed. There's so many fires that cause undetermined. And as the fire chief said yesterday, this was a tragic incident. There is no indication that any firefighter did anything that they weren't trained to do and expected to do. Sometimes events conspire to cause an unfortunate outcome.
And was there anything in there that you found that the fire department needs to do right away, or the city needs to do right away, or anything significant that you feel like the action needs to be taken?
Again, I know the fire chief addressed the media yesterday, and they've been. The Houston Fire Department created this report with a series of recommendations on how to improve what they were doing there. A lot of it focused on communication on the fire ground and radio communication. The fire department has already announced that they're going to do what in the military would be, I don't know what they call it in the fire department, where everybody just stands down and focuses on safety. I think they're going to do something similar in the fire department, where everybody is briefed on what modifications there might be to radio protocol. And that's a positive thing. We always want to do better.
And then, can you expound on the Brian Sky Eagle? He filed a lawsuit against the International Union. Then he said because of threats, and then he resigned. I think he lasted only 9 months as president of the Firefighters Union. Expound on the OIG comment you made. And
Mr. Sky Eagle was elected in a very contentious election. He knocked off, actually, he and other challengers knocked off a long-term entrenched incumbent who had a lot of support on the board. And so when Mr. Sky Eagle took office, he had some challenges in terms of forming a cohesive working unit. He also came in as a reform candidate. He removed a lot of folks who've been working there a long time. He focused on policies and procedures for internal funds and record keeping and so forth that ruffled feathers. So he had a challenging 9 months, and then to have a proposed contract that would have guaranteed the firefighters a significant pay raise voted down was, I know, a blow to him. But whatever individuals' differences or disagreements with Mr. Sky Eagle were, that it could have devolved into personal threats or threats against his family is not just unfortunate, it would be criminal. And so Mr. Sky Eagle has asked for an investigation. We would, of course, do that. And if there is evidence of actual threats, that would be turned over to the police department.
So have you guys actually started the investigation? And I guess what would that entail?
I can't speak about an investigation. It would be, we would review the evidence and determine whether just as we do with any allegation of impropriety by city employees, and firefighters are in fact city employees, there would be a look at whether they violated internal policies, and if there were in fact threats to Mr. Sky Eagle's life or his family's life, that would be turned over to the evidence to already turn the allegations over to HPD.
So when did that take place?
And I've been informed that Mr. Sky Eagle has announced that he also brought a complaint to the district attorney's office.
If this does turn out that there at least are some sort of criminal charges filed and things like that, and it's kind of a fallout from your, I guess, a long contentious, some would say, your relationship with the
This
fire
has
union.
nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with the administration of the city. This is about a private organization, which is Local 341. Their duly elected president and his relationship with his members. However, as many as those members are in fact City of Houston employees, we do have some role in that.
But how does that make you feel, I guess, if some sort of criminal charges does come up?
If someone made a threat to someone's family, they deserve criminal charges.
And
if in fact they can be proven, they deserve to go to jail.
So as far as a new contract goes?
That has nothing to do with any of this.
Well, I'm just saying, but is there any timeline now?
Local 341 declared an impasse and walked away. We were at the bargaining table. We had successfully, we thought, negotiated a contract. The Local 341 membership voted it down. We went back and bargained in good faith. They walked away. We would certainly be willing to sit back down with whoever the new leadership over there is, but there's a limit to how much money we're willing to put on the table, and since they declared an impasse and walked away, they would need to reach out to us.
I think we had other topics to talk about today.
Moving to a less contentious issue, can you talk about the city's decision to offer Cullinan Park to Sugarland?
We are in still early negotiations. Cullinan Park has been in the City of Houston Parks inventory for a very long time, but it is not actually in the corporate limits of Houston, and it is on the far edge of our ETJ. It is actually very close to Sugarland and is utilized more by the citizens of Sugarland than